Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Month 5 has concluded. I am going to a buddy's house for a New Year's Eve celebration, and we're also going to watch IU play Alabama in the Rose Bowl on January 1st tomorrow. I do have a showing at noon, but the game starts at 4. Also, don't mind my hair. I also have like a bad pimple. I don't know how I got there, but yeah, don't mind me. We're going to be talking about the 5th month. 5th month reflection. We did 4th month, and we're going to be reflecting on not just the whole month of December as a whole, but we're also going to be talking about optimism for 2026 because I think 2026 is going to be a wonderful year for my real estate debut. General consensus. I signed 4 new clients in December of this year. 1 future listing that will go live in the spring. So that's 5 total potential transactions created for this month. My goal for 2026 is I want to close 48 transactions, which means that I will have to close and collect 48 new clients, obviously, and close all those transactions in 2026. That means I'm going to need roughly around 4 clients per month and close all of them, which isn't realistic, so we're going to try to aim for 5 or 6. Bare minimum 4. If I do that, I will win Rookie of the Year, but it's not going to come easy, okay? Because when you are working with that many clients in that span of time, you need to develop systems that are going to be able to propel you to be organized and structured and follow through the systems and process of the everyday practices and everyday work. Thankfully enough, I'm able to be supplemented on that with my partner Kevin Hudaba, which him and I are planning to work on as a team starting 2026. And my value to him is going to be providing more business in the sense of potential listings through my for sale by owners or managing more of the leads that go through Zillow. Because he receives a lot of leads from the platform, and I collect a lot of the leads that he is not going to be able to, work with or manage because there's just too many. So I do have a role I believe that's going to supplement, him and his team, although it's really just going to be us two working together this year. I'm super optimistic. And to get on to more details, I am working with 4 new clients. That means I'm working with 7 clients total. I'm still waiting on 2 to sign. If both of them sign, that's 9 clients. 9 to start 2026. Now, that will likely result in all those closing in this year. Okay, if we're very optimistic, that means that at least 7 of those will already be closed transactions. Great. If I reach my goal, that will put me at around $14 million in sales volume, which definitely will put me in the Rookie of the Year numbers. But I also need to understand that would also put me in one of the top 15 in the agent rankings, which is impossible if I don't do the work and I don't remain consistent and have the systems. And I can talk about Kevin supporting me and providing me the resources, but the fact of the matter is that I personally have to do the hard work. No matter what, I can't let money distract me. I can't let anything distract me on this. Thankfully enough, I have remained consistent. I've been following up with my leads. I've been following structured systems, and it will only become more structured and more, what's the word I'm looking for? I'll have more systems put in place than I already have. So it will be more straightforward following up with people. It won't be easier, but it'll be more straightforward. Overall, this has been another amazing month, okay? Just to reflect, August was really a month of me getting embedded into the office. September was the beginning of me working with for sale by owners, social media, really starting to hit the momentum going. October was the first month where I really started to feel like I was scared. I wasn't getting anything done. October was rough. It was easily the toughest month as far as my progress goes. November saw more financial stress. However, I had the most success at that point in November. This month has had the biggest financial burden on me because I am now living off of a credit card. and I have a roommate now. And now things are starting to become more complicated with my finances. So that has been very stressful. But look, you're going to have to take that risk if you're going to want to be successful. However, I am working with more clients, and that is starting to become something that's more promising. That when all these transactions start to close, I'm just going to be stacking on top of I can't even speak. Stacking cash on top of cash on top of cash. Because it's very likely chance that all these transactions are going to close around the spring/summertime. So during that time frame, I should be well off financially by that point. I think the biggest concern is going to be, what am I going to do for the first 4 months? That will be my main concern. Moving forward, let me talk about the goals that I have for 2026. Okay, because I think we've already covered that this has been a phenomenal month, but I really want to get into detail about what 2026 is going to look like. So you already know that I'm going to be working on a team with Kevin. Okay. There are a lot of things that I am reflecting on myself at this point of the year. I was having a conversation with Kevin at the office kitchen, and he was eating like a really healthy meal, and I ended up taking one of those Christmas sugar cookies that were left and just started eating it. And there's something with my behavior and the way I go about handling stress and how I am not disciplined that is really starting to bug me, and that I am going to change, that I am changing. I notice the difference between successful people and people that are working lower class. And the big difference between people that are very successful, that make, hundreds of thousands a year, versus the people that don't, or the people that, make they're almost on food stamps and stuff. These people have a very difficult time managing their emotions. These people stick to a plan and a routine, and they don't let the emotions get to them. They still feel it, but they don't let it dictate their actions. These people do. Okay? Simply put, these people do not learn delayed gratification. These people live and preach delayed gratification. These people seek the instant pleasures of life because they just got to have it now, and they don't have the discipline to want to wait an extended period of time to reap the rewards. These people, the successful people, are willing to wait. Okay? I have been like this for most of my life. In the marshmallow experiment, I probably would have been the kid that would have eaten the marshmallow. Because I'm hungry. It'd be easier if I just ate this marshmallow and I didn't need to, right? However, I'm getting more into this phase, and it's because I've been putting myself around the right type of people. I am in an office of people that make millions. I'm not even kidding. Make millions of dollars. And the thing I have observed with those people is that they have systems and strategies, and they follow through with it. They stick to it, and they don't let their emotions get to them. It's a day-by-day process. They're process-oriented. They aren't, going too high, too low. They are humble and hungry as always. They're not feeling content or complacent. So that is an observation I've made, and my goal by the end of 2026 is to be like them. And really, we can talk about closing 48 transactions and that being the goal, or me winning Rookie of the Year and being that goal. Let's think about IU football for a minute, okay? Fernando Mendoza won the Heisman. Congratulations. Super great quarterback, but an even better person. I really admire his character, his intelligence, and his personality and his confidence. His goals were always focused on the team. Winning the Heisman is a team award as much as it is an individual. When you focus on helping the team, you help yourself. And when it comes to translation into real estate, if I make it a goal to become the best version of myself that delays gratification, that, spends time with the right people, that invests their time and money wisely, that keeps working their ass off like I am now, then the rewards of that will come. The 48 transactions will come. The Rookie of the Year award will come. But I need to focus more on the person I am going to become. Now, I am not the believer. I'm not the believer to say that January 1st changes people. It does not. Okay? Truth is, you should have already started. However, it's nice having that dose of motivation. But you need to understand that discipline beats anything else. Okay? Motivation only lasts for a very short period of time. And it burns twice as fast. So you need to be sure that this is something that you want to do in the long term. And for me, I believe that although in the specific detail practices I haven't been disciplined in that sense, I have been disciplined on the sticking to it, doing showings, showing up every single day. I have earned respect from people in the office, and it's because I show up every day. Okay, even though I haven't been making money, I show up, I work hard. Okay, I still reach out to for sell by owners once a week. I set up appointments with them. And I still am motivated in achieving my goal. And even now, I have the war chest of somebody that has been in the industry for so long. And he has put his own effort into me. And what I need to do is I need to become the best version of myself. I am glad I ended up working with Kevin. Okay. Now, a lot of kids my age that get into real estate, they're often working with a team because they're new, okay? But the thing that I really enjoy about Kevin is that him and I are a lot alike. We both kind of got into real estate in similar fashions. We've had similar circumstances. And we also aren't having an artificial relationship. It wasn't like I felt pressure to join his team. It was a very honest and authentic decision that both of us made. I never had any choice, or that's the wrong word. I never had any plans on joining a team. I believed that I could do all this stuff on my own. I didn't want to pay the 50-50 split, although I understood the value of it. I thought I could do everything on my own. And I can. I still can. But it's the resources, it's the mentorship, it's the learning experience I get from people that really made me decide to join him on a team. What game am I playing here? Am I playing all for the glory, do it all on my own, self-made, even though technically nobody's self-made? And look, I'm all on my own, and it's going to take me twice as long to figure it out. Let's not do that, okay? I'm not here to play this game for a year. I'm here to do it for the rest of my life. So what would be the harm in working with someone that has trust in me, is going to one-on-one mentor me, give me their advanced CRM, which I am using Brevity now, which is one of the best CRMs you can use for real estate. And I have these resources and the confidence of somebody that really put their faith in me. Why wouldn't I take that? So I think it was a no-brainer decision, and I think I made the right choice. Now let's talk about my fears. Living off of a credit card is scary, and I didn't talk about this too much on my video on things you should know before starting a business in 2026. But I am going to say this. This has been extremely scary. I think I had this feeling in May. I made a video called I'm Starting a Business and I'm Kind of Scared. This is extremely terrifying. Okay, you got to understand. I literally do not have active income. I'm living off of a credit card. My life has been so incredibly unpredictable. I don't know what's going to happen in the next few months, and that is new to me. You know, like when I went to IU, I always knew I was going to get paid. I always knew I was going to make money. I always knew I was going to pay my rent. But now, it's just gone to the point where I am absolutely terrified. I don't know when this listing that I have is going to have an accepted offer and go to closing and I get paid. Don't know. It's really something that most people are not going to risk because it's bullshit. I've been doing this for 5 months and I haven't even gotten paid. Not one dime. Not one dime on a real estate transaction have I gotten paid. So why the fuck would I do this? Why would you do this and put yourself in financial ruin and financial stress just to get one transaction? It's not a worthy trade-off. But that's why it's so important to have faith, believe in God, and trust the process and be consistent. There's always been something in my brain that has just told me that if I ended up quitting this, I would just feel so sad and bitter. Because this is the next step I have to take as an entrepreneur. My biggest goal in life is I want to be an author and write books, inspire people through fiction or nonfiction, and have it be a way that inspires people that maybe were in the same position as me to take that next step. Although you're in a working class family, or although your family's broke, you can end up like me. I was you. I want to inspire those people. And I believe that this is the first step on my goal to achieving that level of success. And the magnitude of doing that at the age of 23 would be relatively remarkable in contrast to people my age. But I don't really think that matters all that much. Because anyone my age can do this. And I haven't let my age get to me as far as real estate goes. I did in the beginning, but I don't anymore because I've built more confidence. I still have confidence that I need to build up, of course, over time. But the progress that I have made in regards to how I feel about myself being an agent has skyrocketed. Because I'm working with people now. People want to work with me. And even without the Zillow referrals from Kevin Hunaba, I would have already had my own listing, which automatically makes this time of year, the end of 2025, an absolute success. To cap off this video, I want to take you on a timeline of January of this year all the way to December, because this has been one of the biggest years of my life. In 2023, I was severely depressed at the start of the year. I made a lot of bad decisions. I almost dropped out of college. I quit my self-improvement YouTubing channel. I was a lifeguard for 2 months during the summertime that year and was very content with my life, so happy. I get back in August of 2023, and that's when I learned about real estate. January 2024, I decided I want to become a realtor. So I spent that whole year finishing off college and also working as a leasing consultant for Regency Multifamily. Throughout that point, and then halfway through 2025, I worked as a leasing agent. And in the meantime, in 2024, I took the real estate class. It took me 5 times to pass the real estate exam. So come January of 2025, I was still studying for the exam, I was still at IU, and I still had my leasing job. Fast forward to April, I passed the exam after 5 attempts. Most people I've heard, it only took them 1 time. It took me 5. Still didn't give up. Fast forward to May, I get my broker license and I graduate from IU. There's my degree. There's my acceptance letter on the left, and then my high school diploma on the right. Fast forward to June and July, I technically started as a licensed real estate agent. However, I didn't actually start my journey. I was working as a leasing consultant. So I didn't really start my real estate career until August of 2025. And then the rest was history. And so you know the history behind that. So there's been a lot of worldly changes in my life. I used to be a college student. I was in school for 16 years. I was in school for 16 years. And I no longer am. I'm still a lifelong student. But now I'm officially living on my own. I started my real estate business at 22 years old. I'm now 23. And I feel extremely good about 2026. 2025 was a year of development and changes. And contrary to most people I see on social media who always say this year sucked, 2024 sucked, 2025 sucked, but 2026, you're going to be a great year. And then they say it again, same year as always. I don't know why that's so common. Maybe it's just, people I'm friends with on Facebook. But that's unfortunate. This has been a wonderful year. 2024 is great. 23 is great. 22 is great. My years are always great. You know what? It's a mindset thing. But I truly believe that 2026 is going to be absolutely insane. This will be the year that I make 6 figures in net income. I will have achieved that in 2026. And look, maybe I'll watch this video a year from now. and think to myself, oh, I didn't reach my goal. It's unfortunate. Oh. Well, let me tell you this. If somehow, in some crazy manner, I do not... And look, I'm not trying to build the goal of making 6 figures as the main goal. It's going to be becoming the best version of myself. However, that will be the result of it. But let's say I didn't do what I wanted to do in 2026. You will not give up. Talking to my future self, you will not quit. I don't care if you didn't achieve what you wanted to in 2026. The fact of the matter is, this was the end of your second year. Okay? People have been doing this for 40 years. Just accept the fact that you're going to be playing a long game, and it's going to take some time. Maybe it'll take 5 years. Just do not give up. I'm not going to be disappointed. Just keep going. If you give up, then I'll be disappointed. But just keep going. And to myself, if I do achieve what I want to, I knew it all along. And this is not arrogance. Okay, this is math. The way I'm talking is motivation. But you're going to see over time that it's going to be the discipline side of me that's going to be talking to the camera and going to be telling you what I'm going to be doing. This has been a wonderful year. December has been great. It's been scary. It will continue to be terrifying. But good things don't come easy. What lasts isn't cheap. And that's the price you have to pay to build success. Most people aren't going to want to do this. This path is hard. Great. More for me. And I'm willing to do what it takes. And I've proven that 5 months. In 5 months, I have proven that. In 5 months, I have found so many clients in business that I didn't think that I would get. And although I'm getting referrals from Kevin, that does not undermine my lead gen. In the sense that I've proven that I have what it takes to get my skin in the game. And that's why I have been getting referrals like this. It is the product of my own efforts, and that's something that I need to be proud of. This has been a wonderful year. It's been great. And I want to have fun with my friends on New Year's Eve. And let's watch Indiana beat Alabama in the Rose Bowl. And let's start 2026 off with a bang. I will be going to Florida from the 9th to the 12th to go see my dad. So, we'll likely not make videos, but I'll keep you guys in touch. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a wonderful year, and shout out to everyone who has watched my channel. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. And it will mean even more when we see the progress that we're going to make in 2026. And I will be grateful that I have recorded this journey. It will have been a blessing. Thank you. And I'll see you guys in 2026. Take care.